Hey guys, welcome back to Golden Cloud. So this week we're going to be on a very serious note, and we don't do that here. There's always been these stories about YouTubers, and all these different stories about getting girls and taking advantage, all this kind of stuff, and like very important topics. However, yesterday I found a random flood of news that I think we should focus on more than YouTube because I think they are quite important. So I hope you watch this video and I hope you really take these into consideration.
Gonna eat so many goddamn crumpets, it's gonna be a crump-pocalypse.
So let's get right into this. I'm going to use my trusty little phone here because that has all the little news that I've been looking up for you guys. And the first one I will call out to you now. And these are quite seriously important. I'm actually quite worried about some of them as well. The first one is from the Daily Wankster, Wednesday, January 21st. They're all from January 21st. That's what I'm saying. There's just a flood of news from these papers. Bono is found with a pole in his ass. Now, this is quite concerning. I never realised Bono was the type of person who had a pole up his ass. But so this is news to me, and it's already worrying, if I'm being 100% honest. And let's see what the rest of the report says. Many have suspected this for years. I clearly didn't. I loved Bono. In all fairness, I really did. I'm probably the one Irish person who really did. But yes, but now they have full-blown proof and can finally give you all the details here at the Daily Wankster. Okay. Bono was found late last night just outside Congo. This is obviously, the really badly third area places that Bono likes to help out in the 5-star hotel that he himself had built 10 kilometers away, because you know yourself, it's just too distressing to actually be in the situation 24/7. So of course you need to build yourself a hotel anyway. It just makes sense. I mean, it is believed between the pole shoved far up his ass and the shit he keeps mustering up, he just suddenly started shitting more crap out of his mouth than usual. That's very worrying because he does kind of shit a lot of crap. So imagine even more. Oh, that could be bad. By the time the ambulances arrived, by the time the ambulance arrived, it was already too late. Bono had talked too much shit to people and made 4 new first world countries piss poor. So as you can see, this is incredibly bad, and this does affect a lot of people. This is why I'm very concerned. And these countries include Ireland, which obviously we're all from, so we really should just, stand our ground and just be wary that Bono has made things worse for Ireland, just in case you didn't know that. Germany, Iceland and Sweden. But on the plus side, the sales of shades, cowboy hats and YouTube concert tickets might help rebuild the economies of each of the affected countries. Bono has kindly set concert dates for the most affected countries. So all in all, Bono just is an amazing guy. He really cares for people, and he really looks out for people, and he just comes up with these great ideas that just help all around. So I hope we don't judge him too harshly, but at the same time I just thought this was incredibly important news that we needed to know. Now our next very important one, especially if you have kids, I hope you didn't miss this story because you really need to know, because I don't know if any of you watch Barney out there, but you're going to rethink after you hear this story. This is from the Sexington Post. Obviously Wednesday, January 21st. Barney is always sharing is the headline. We have always been told by Barney that sharing is caring, but is sharing body fluids and STDs really that caring? Already I'm a little concerned. I don't like where the post is going, but let's just keep reading. Okay, hard stuff. It has recently surfaced that Barney is a big fan of gangbangs and orgies. Who would have thought the lovable dinosaur was capable of such actions? Parents are shocked and will not let their children watch Barney on TV anymore. I can understand this because the last thing you want is your children watching a dinosaur getting freaky with kids. Although this story doesn't suggest that, but you wouldn't want to tune into Barney and see him with his rampages and his gangbangs and orgies. So I can completely understand with the parents. It should really just be banned from TV as opposed to still letting it be on, if you ask me. But anyway, reports say when a maid entered Barney's private home, there was hookers of both orientations just lying all over the floor, tables and chairs. She entered Barney's private quarters to see him with his arms around 2 men while making out with one of them. So Barney clearly doesn't have a preference to any sexual orientation, which is not surprising because he's a dinosaur, so it's not like he's a man or a woman, or like, yeah, he may be a male or female dinosaur, but the fact that he's breeding with humans, you know, it kind of makes it a bit different. So latest news reports show that there is a sex tape about to be leaked called Behind the Purple Majesty. Barney is trying to fight back to the tape leaked, but as we all know, it's only a matter of time till it's leaked. So that's self-explanatory. So obviously the Purple Majesty, quite a sick name for, you know, a sick person who's doing sick things. Technically it's bestiality because he is a dinosaur and they're humans, but what's it called the other way around? If a dinosaur does a human, would it be, I don't know, humanality? It makes it sound too normal and like you should do it. So maybe it's not. Third story today, which actually, if you're a YouTuber, we can all relate to, and it's kind of good news for some of us, maybe bad news for others, but I'll read it and you'll get the gist. So this is from the YouTuber. It's Wednesday, January 21st, as all the rest are. YouTuber earns nothing is the title. So we all know that it's very easy to make millions on YouTube in a matter of weeks. However, one guy was not so lucky. I feel so sorry for him. I mean, all you do is put up 2 videos and you get millions of views and tons of money just starts flowing into your bank. So this guy's having a hard time. Sources say a guy in his early 20s is very depressed and mopey about his YouTube career not skyrocketing. Like everyone else, he says, I started 4 days ago and I only have 50 views and 4 subscribers. When is the money going to start rolling in? In his words, I completely get where he's coming from. I mean, that's exactly what I thought when I joined YouTube, that I'm going to earn millions and it's going to take off, just like the other couple of millions of people out there on it. YouTube have caught wind of the situation and made a press release saying, we will not accept this monstrosity. YouTube is a place for everyone to make money right away with no work to put in. We intend to promote this young man's blog to ensure this glitch is certified. So obviously this is a glitch. I mean, there's no way that you just join and not have, you know, 1 million viewers. So they, of course, have rectified on their end, and hopefully it'll be good for him. It seems YouTube are continuing on their previous promise that everyone will make millions, and if they have to, they will print their own legal tender, and it's very lucky for this guy. So, you know, obviously YouTube printing its own legal tender, if no one watches, they can just give you loads of free money. We all know that that's what YouTube's about. That's why we all join YouTube, because we want to make millions. So I feel really bad for that guy, and I thought it was very important to share it with you guys. So this next one is from the Potter Times, and it's called I'm a Real Boy. This one I genuinely was so shocked to find out, and kind of upsetting, and to be honest, I'm quite annoyed with J.K. Rowling, but we'll read it and you'll get why. We have all come to love Harry Potter and everything he does. Some of us base our lives around him. We try to be wise and courageous, but also look out for our friends. But what if I told you Harry Potter isn't real, and in fact a normal human being is Harry Potter? Then what if I told you the whole thing was staged and it was all just acting? I know this is going to break people's hearts, and I know people are going to fling themselves against walls and kill themselves in honour of Harry Potter because they just won't believe it. But anyway, let's continue. It has come out that yes, indeed, it was all a clever cover-up. Many people took to the streets at the outrage of what has happened. People have started to burn their books and dildos, saying the magic is no longer there. Again, obviously people are distraught. Don't blame them. We all loved Harry Potter. We all thought, you know, he's completely real. He just lives in Scotland in that castle where they all, you know, filmed it, and we just never knew because it's magically cloaked. But let's continue. Daniel, the name of the actor, has been taken into witness protection due to the threats he has been receiving. It has not been a good week for Daniel, as there have also been leaked photos of him naked with a horse. So between bestiality and lack of magic, it's no wonder people are going chaotic. So obviously Harry was naked with a horse. We can only presume he was fucking it, because why other reason? And he's just not magical, so obviously he has to go into witness protection because he can't actually defend himself, whereas if he was Harry Potter he would be able to defend himself, and he'd probably be having sex with other kind of unicorns or Pegasus or something like that rather than horses. But all in all, bad week for Daniel Radcliffe. So we've come to the final piece of news that I thought was worthy of our attention this week. This is from the Cunt Times. Again, Wednesday, 21st. Wednesday was a very, very productive day news-wise. I'm very worrying, to be honest, after all that. Bestiality, orgies, Bono. It's a frightening world out there. But let's finish the last one anyway. The headline is Aliens Took My Personality. It has finally been confirmed Kristen Stewart has no personality. So, kind of already knew that. That's nothing new to us. She's complete gobshite. But it is neither her fault or her parents. Now that's what we didn't know. We just presumed she wanted to be like that or her parents made her like that. That's usually the assumptions that we all do. We all like to be that little psychiatrist inside of us. But let's read on and see why. It has surfaced that on the same day as Kristen Stewart's birthday, aliens were found hovering above the hospital. At the time, nobody knew what was going on or why this was happening. It has only come out now due to Kristen Stewart doing repressed false memory therapy. She's fair play to her. Kristen Stewart said, "Now I remember, an alien attaching a large device on my head, and after it was finished I felt nothing ever again. I just thought this was normal." Okay, it's kind of, when those kids when they're young and they have a penis and a vagina and then they grow up and realise it's not normal, that not everyone has it once they kind of come out about it, so I kind of understand maybe how that would have happened. Kristen Stewart had much more to say, but unfortunately we could not make out what she was saying, or else she was putting us to sleep. That's understandable between the so I can kind of understand why that happened. People have congregated together and put money together in the hope to fund research to give Kristen Stewart a personality back. Best of luck to them. We wish them all the best, as it is very much needed. So there you go. That is all the news. The last one's very surprising, only the fact that it was aliens, but nothing else about it was surprising. But if you have any stories or news articles you've read that you just simply can't believe, put it in the comments down below. And I hope you liked this video, because I'm just bringing awareness to these important topics that we all need to know. And as you know, the Golden Cloud never really does serious things, it's always for a laugh, but these were just so traumatic and so urgent that I thought you needed to know. So hopefully it helped some of you, hopefully enlightened some of you. Maybe you might put money into Kristen Stewart's personality fund with other people. Maybe you might burn your dildos on the street because Harry Potter's not real and you just don't feel the magic with it anymore. Who knows? But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I had good fun catching you up, and I shall see you again soon.
Ready, aim, fire.